Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Derek Brown and Latrell Brown here again doing a review of the Rs3 in Nardo Gray. I made it to 1,000 miles, as you guys heard. They tried to steal the car.
Shit was horrible.
Yeah, so, but I made it to 1,000 miles. I'm actually up to about 1,300. So let's start with the walk around. Alright, so let's start with the color. We have the Nardo Gray. We actually chose Nardo Gray because me and my girlfriend were actually in Audi and we saw RS7 with the Nardo Gray, and I was just, I had to have that color when I got my my RS3. So right here we have the huge grills, you can see. Right here we have the really small grills. They actually hid the intercooler for the turbo behind both of these grills, as you can see. And then the slots right there actually, I believe, cool the brakes. So we have the RS black pistons and the cross drilled brakes, as you can see, for maximum cooling. The Audi Sport rim, which I really like and I actually plan on keeping. I was gonna swap these out for some 5 rotors, but I actually really like these, and I like the fact that it says Audi Sport. I added the tinted windows aftermarket. The sunroof, rarely use it, doubt I will use it. I swapped out my rear lip spoiler for a carbon fiber. And as you can see, the exhaust, very huge, very loud. Okay, so we have this year, instead of an inline 4, they went with the inline 5. A lot of people don't even know about an inline 5, but they went back to an old rally motor that they used to use. It's an inline 5 turbo, 2.5 liter. It makes 400 horses and 354 pounds-feet of torque. This thing just goes. It is really fast. So let's have a look inside at the interior. We got the RS seats with the red stitching. I was gonna go with yellow, but I thought red would actually look better with the black and dark gray. So they went with manual seats to save weight. So on the right, you actually have your adjustment for the slide, to slide the seat forward and back. Right here, you actually have the adjustment to lift the seat up in the back. And you actually adjust the seat back with that knob right there, like old school Volkswagens. So, how do you feel about how the seat feels?
Man, it's
like how it hugs you on the sides?
Yeah, kind of like that. How it just like hug you, like you said, like nice and snug. It's like,
yeah,
nice and clean. It's like smooth interior, like that.
Like in my S3, because of my size, like when I used to hit corners hard, I used to actually dig my arm into the door,
yeah,
to kind of prevent myself from like kind of rocking around in the chair. And I also would put my knee out to kind of hold myself from moving around. But I don't have to do it as much anymore because it holds you really snug on the side.
Right.
And that's what I like about it. So let's go over some of the features. As many of you may know, a lot of what you need to do for your Audi is handled right here. So you have your engine start, stop, Navi map, radio. Can you even see that? Okay. So you have your engine start, stop, Navi map, radio, telephone, media, and then they added these 2 new buttons here would actually have extra functions, which I'll go through. So you have your menu in your back, and then your park, and 50 cents worth of holding coins, which to me still makes no sense, but I love to put 50 cents in there. I always have 50 cents in my S3, so I figured I'll leave it now. And then you have your rocker knob for like your radio and voice and everything like that. Cool thing is, they've added a lot of this now to the steering wheel, which is great. It makes a huge difference and it saves you a lot of time, and you don't have to go fumbling through this. And then on top of that, like if I had you sitting in here and I'm trying to rock with or move this around, I actually end up sometimes touching a leg, which kind of drove me nuts sometimes. So we actually have the drive select, park, the emergency lights, and then track off, and you can open and close your navigation. Love the RS handle now that they have, which matches up with the steering wheel. It has a good feel to it, even though in my head I kind of feel like eventually it's just going to start rubbing off and going everywhere, but I really like the feel to it though. And of course the MMI touchpad, which allows you to write and draw. So let's turn it on and check out some of the features. You know, and I always love the Navi out of the dash. So the cool thing is now is that they've taken some of these features and dropped them in here. So, I mean, check this out. So instead of looking at my navigation over here as it's initiating, I can actually look at it over here, and I can actually make it the main screen. So I don't have to be looking over here. So I can switch view, click one button, switch view. Then I have my Navi right here. I have everything right there, and then I can switch that over to something else. Or I can switch it back to this view. And like I said, you know, they have new options now. So you see they have a plus there and they have a minus there. So I could rock this to the left and do that. I go back, rock it to the right and do that. So they've added in the function of rocking left and right. So let's go back and we can go through the touchpad. The touchpad actually works better now. I mean, you don't even have to use the touchpad. You can actually search by using your voice, but it works a lot better now. But let's kind of go through it. You know, I can do this L, you know, loss, and I love the fact that it actually does a pre-search. You know, kind of like Google on your phone. You know what I mean? Like it does a pre-search, so you start typing in stuff and it tries to guess what you think you're typing in. So it works great.
0 space.
Yeah, works a lot better, and it always responds to you.
That was dope. I didn't even know that. I always wanted like them to invent something to where they had like the navigation for like the whole thing. 'Cause I was wondering like, man, it's kind of like difficult to walk back from this and going back and just going back to the road. But if you have it right there in front of you, like I actually like that. Like, especially when you can make it like the whole screen. Can you do that one more time? I want to see it.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, no, I mean, and the cool thing about it is too, I actually make use of that sometimes when I know I can't be, when I'm in traffic or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's great. So more about the interior, you know, they got this added thing here, like where it's kind of like carbon fiber metal look, because it's an RS. You know, if you get an RS, you expect better things, right? So it's got the Bang & Olufsen system. Can you hold it next to the door? It says you should be able to read Bang & Olufsen, I think. Yeah, the Bang & Olufsen system on the doors, and then also on the door, show your door. It's got the carbon metal fiber look also. All right, pointing right here now. So what they've added this year now too is that a dedicated USB for extra power. It also has your USB still in here. Yeah, still have your air here, which me personally, I love. Control everything here. I don't have to go into any settings inside there. Everything's controlled here. You got your heated seats. Wish it had cooled seats, but I love the car as it is. It's a race car, basically, more or less. Okay, so they added LEDs, which I thought was a nice touch for the interior. So now you know you got a little bit brighter light. Actually, when you hop in the car, it's actually on right now, but I think the light's like a lot brighter. Obviously, it's kind of hard to see right now because you know it's daytime and we're kind of sitting outside, but it works a lot better. It actually lights the car a lot better, and it uses less power. That's the best part about it. Is there anything else I go on? Oh yeah, the engine. Oh yeah, this.
Does that look like an Infinity review mirror?
So this year, I don't really know if it's specifically just for the RS3. I'm pretty sure the S3 gets it too because it's part of the technology package. So they added this year the mirror that actually gives you your what is it? Your directional heading, and it also dims. It auto dims by itself. It auto dims based off of, I believe, the speed that you're traveling and lights behind you. So it figures that if you're traveling a certain speed, you must be on the freeway. And then once it actually shines like really bright lights in it, then it'll automatically pick that up, and then it'll dim your mirror. Even while I'm still on the freeway, it'll undim it if it's not that bright behind me. which is great. And it still works with my tinted windows, so it works great. So we have the sunroof, works the same as it has in previous years. You know, you hold the button and then it'll automatically open, and it keeps like the vanity cover up, you know, in case you just want to let in air but not have things fall on you or get pooped on. You know, but I hardly ever use it. I'm not really like a hair in my or wind in my hair type of guy. I don't have that type of hair, so I usually keep it closed. Also, you have these 2 speakers right here for when you're using the phone, which I can't remember if my S3 had 2 speakers, but this one actually has 2 speakers now, so which is great. Then we have park assist now. I have reverse camera, which I kind of wish I did have with the S3, but I kind of didn't really care. But now I have park assist, and it actually even has options, so it could tell you like the front volume, rear volume, and fader, and activate automatically, which it does as soon as you put it in reverse. It activates automatically. Works great. It kind of looks like a little bit fisheye, like it has that fisheye bubble kind of look. I don't know if you've ever seen how it looks in like a Lexus or, you know, a car who it probably looks better. Looks a little bit wider and it looks like linear. This one kind of has that bubble fisheye look, and it tells you when a car is actually coming. It's kind of funny that it did it right now. Alright, so let's take it for a drive. You ready for this?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Alright.
You have to show me what it is. Ooh.
I love that sound when it starts up too. That popping.
Turn it off. Let me record that again.
No. I'm about to just go.
Roll up your window.
I'm gonna do like a billion takes, dude. My neck is burning from what? Alright. Jackass.
Let's go. He messed up.
No, because I gotta do all that over again. Alright, man. I need some AC in here too.
I was gonna tell you it's hot.
Yeah, it's a little bit hot too. Can't be too high. I don't want it to overtake some of our sounds, but let's take it through the corners, man. So as you can tell right now, you know, as we're kind of driving out of this parking lot, it's pretty bumpy. You guys probably can't tell all that well because I got stabilization on, but it's very
Hopefully
bumpy.
it don't be like that.
Well, it's like that in sport mode, man. Like that's the thing that I kind of like about it. It makes it fun to drive because it's in sport mode and you kind of get that feeling of stiff suspension.
Yeah.
So that's what's great about it. But I love that inward noise, and I think we're gonna be stuck here for like an hour because there's a Prius in front of us, and you know Prius drivers don't like to press the gas pedal in their cars. No, I'm just kidding. No disrespect to Prius drivers out there.
It's gonna be hot. Prius drivers just remind me of that South Park.
Wait, which one is that? The it one?
No, I don't know. It's just like when the Prius drivers I think like the whole city just turned out to like hella fog and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember everything about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere for like the next hour, so I'm just wasting video time recording, so I have to cut all this. So let's head downhill. Tell you about some of the features. Yeah, what I love about the car is the sound too. First, it's a little bit of acceleration. That's not even hard acceleration, but the car just feels great. It's smooth. Not a lot of road noise on the inside, even though I'm running some Continental like sports tires. I love the darkness of it because of the tints also too. You know what I love best about this car though? What I can say right now? Been able to hit like a couple buttons. Like I'll just hit this button right here and this button right here, and the car will drive itself for the most part. It'll keep like distance between the front car and it, but it'll maintain speed, and I can let go of the steering wheel and let it drive. How many people have a sports car that allows you to let it just drive?
That is clean because it
itself?
get close to like the edge,
Yeah.
but it's still like going straight.
And then it kind of curves back. You know, after about like a few minutes, it'll tell you like, hey, please take over. Okay. You know, so I'll grab the steering wheel, do this, and then it'll let it go again. It won't do a sharp corner like this, you know, but it's great for what it does. You know, I love it. Like it's cool to just hop on a freeway and kind of do things, or when sometimes when I need to like grab something out of my pocket or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could just turn on lane keep assist, and then it's just perfect. Like it'll just hold me in there. And I love that. So it's great just to been able, I mean, like how many people who can drive like a sports car that has this much power, you know, 0 to 60, 3.9 seconds. They tested a few other cars, or a TTRS at 3.6. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is very close. It's not exactly the same. TTRS I think only weighs maybe like 200 more pounds, I want to say. So I mean, 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds, and the car can keep itself driving straight down the road all by itself. Can't beat that. So let's take it through the corners and see how it feels, you know, and keep in mind like how it feels like right now, like going over bumps and stuff too. I'm gonna show you comfort mode, and I want you to tell me what you think about comfort mode. My Lord.
Dude, old.
Andy's something else, but I don't want to say that.
I was about to say old.
Yeah, he's something else too. Can't say that because we love all people, all races.
But it's funny though.
Yeah. Oh my.
He back.
Alright, so let's take it through the corners a little bit. It's jiggling a lot. Maybe see if you can stop it. Nah, it's cool. Stabilization will help it eventually. Yeah. So let's see how it feels a little bit through the corners. What's great about it?
I can feel it like pulling my head back.
Yeah, like it always has pull. You know, I can even toss on the dash, like the lateral G's, and see what it's like. And this thing will pull like a couple G's, like in the corners, and it'll pull like I want to say like 1.1 or almost 1.3 G's when not in the corners. But I mean, this thing just pulls, and pulls. Like it just keeps pulling, man. Like it's outrageous. It's insane, and I love it. You know, like through the corners, like I said, you know, I don't have to do that, toss my knee out anymore. Like I kind of just feel it. I lock my arms into the steering wheel, and then I just go through the corners. You know what I mean? And it just hugs you right in on the sides. I love that.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. So right now we're driving in dynamic mode. So you got the sport shifts. You have the tight suspension. The steering wheel tightens up a little bit, and you kind of get that overall like race car feel. So we've enjoyed that. We got the sound too. You know, that's another thing that's great about driving a sport. But I'm gonna toss it in the comfort. So as we're driving around this neighborhood, you know what I like best about it? When you drop it into comfort mode, and, you know, it feels like you're going from driving an Audi super sports car right into you remember my IS250?
Yeah.
It literally transports me back into that car. Like I mean, you're going over the bumps, you can't even really feel it that well. You know, it turns into a different car. The suspension loosens up a little bit. You know, the steering wheel loosens up a little bit. You know, it's a little bit looser. The road noise is less, but you know, I kind of think that has a little bit to do with me driving slower. Obviously, you know, when you put it in comfort mode, and you know, when you could toss on comfort mode when it's like stop and go traffic. turn on your traffic assist, and kind of let go of the pedal and let the car do the work, and just let it drive you while you're stuck in traffic. I mean, you just can't beat that, especially in like San Francisco right now. Like, how many people, again, I mentioned that before, how many people can say that they have a sports car of this magnitude that allows you to do that? You know what I mean? Like, it's truly unbelievable. Like, you can't even really feel the bumps, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dope. I like how it's just like so dynamic, how you can just switch from going from sports mode into the comfort mode.
Yeah.
And you can just feel the difference, like completely, like right as soon as you switch it, you can just feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So let's make a U-turn, and then let's go back in the dynamic sports mode. It's dynamic, but we love dynamic. So we're going back down the same road, and you'll start to feel the difference. The sound comes up, road noise comes up, because you can hear more engine. Yeah. We'll go over the same little manholes, and now the whole car, you can feel it shift.
You can just hear it like switch gears too.
Yeah, it almost makes it seem like it's pulling you into the seat a little bit more, right? Like it maybe starts to get a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
But this is how I love to drive the car, but it's nice to be able to drop it down into comfort. But this car is built for this. It's built for that noise right there, That noise right there is why everybody likes this car. That's why I like this car. It excites me. Like you said, for you, it makes you want to laugh. But I mean, you can't beat that downshift. That engine noise, that inline 5 roaring at you. And seats hugging you in there, letting you know you're comfortable, you're safe. We can take you through the corners a little bit quicker than that. That's what's great about it. No disrespect to the ISs, but there's a sports car and then there's a sports car. I buy sports cars. So let's take a left and take it back up the hill and see what it feels like, sounds like. Pay close attention to what I was saying. Like how the seats hug you in. You don't have to lock your legs in, because we're both kind of big guys. You don't have to lock your legs in or your arm in to kind of keep yourself in the seat. The seats actually hug you and give you that comfortability. 400 horses, 354 pounds of torque. You can feel every bit of it. It just pulls, right?
Man, you just throw my head back into the seat.
Yeah, it's like, but that's where you want to be, right? Like the seat's there for you. It's reaching his arms out and it's trying to hold you in there. Even though the engine is trying to rip us from the seats, right? But I mean, man, someone asked me would I ever go back to my S3. The S3's fun. S3's a ton of fun. You pay a lot less for something that's very, very close to this, but I mean, I couldn't go back to an S3. I mean, this RS3 just has 400 reasons why I would never go back. Can you hear the reasons why I wouldn't go back? It's just no way. Look at that. I mean, like, I could drive this thing one hand through corners, like, all day. Like, it's just so smooth, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing a lot of correcting on my left arm. I mean, the car knows where it wants to be. It knows where it wants to go. I just love, you can hear the turbo kind of spool up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And after you hear that little whistle, the whistle goes away, and you hear that growl. There it is right there. You just can't beat that.
What I just like realized, what you were just talking about, like the seats. Like they have like the seats, how like it sticks out, so you don't have to like lean over like
exactly
a whole bunch. Like when I'm driving my car, I gotta like put my arm out to the side, put my leg out.
But
this I like that. You ain't gotta like worry too much about it. Yeah, just like you said, it grab you, so you ain't gotta go nowhere.
But now we're back in comfort mode. As you can feel that, we're driving over these same bumps that we drove over when we came out. I mean, we just went from a race car to a daily driver. in less than 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you just cannot beat that. I mean, for the value that I spent on the car, I feel like it's none of it is wasted. It's a very good car, very great. Love it. You know, the Bang & Olufsen sound system, like I mentioned before.
Yeah. I remember.
Can't beat that. So, you know, that's pretty much it for the trip. You know, that's my 2018 RS3 United States Edition, the sedan or Saloon. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I appreciate my cousin Derek Brown helping me out from TNMLN. That's not my last name. I'm Latrell Brown. You know, we'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate the views, guys, and always remember to like and subscribe.
Yep. Well.